In 1983, Raj Chouhan, founding president of the Canadian Farm Workers Union, had this to say to the Human Rights Commission of British Columbia. "We immigrants who till the soil and harvest the crops of Canada came to this country because we believed it would be a land of opportunity, justice, and equality. We came here with great dreams, and we have seen the seeds of those dreams grow into a bitter, bitter harvest. A harvest of discrimination, a harvest of poverty, a harvest of sickness, a harvest of death." For the past 4 decades, Raj Chouhan has devoted his life to ensuring that farm workers and immigrants achieve their dreams for justice and dignity as equal members of Canadian society. His wife, Inder, and their family continue to work side by side with Raj in these struggles. The son of a village leader in India, the spark of activism ignited in Raj as a young student union general secretary organizing protests for affordable education in the Punjab. When he immigrated to Canada in 1973, Raj found common ground with thousands of other educated South Asians who discovered their degrees only gave them entrance to laborer jobs in the fields, mills, and ports here. Raj was fired from his first job on a poultry farm after he told a fellow worker that the long hours without a break were inhuman, and asked if there was a union to join. When Raj was told not to return to work the next day, he learned that the young man he'd been talking to was the farmer's son. In his early years in BC, Raj worked as a longshoreman and in the sawmills and as a farm worker in the fields of the Fraser Valley. Everywhere he went, Raj spoke with other workers about how to organize against discrimination. In early 1979, he joined with other South Asian activists to form the Farm Workers Organizing Committee. Within 6 months, the committee mobilized its first direct action picket line and won $80,000 in back wages owing to 200 workers at Muktiar Growers. 700 members signed up to the Farm Workers Organizing Committee in its first year, and membership cost just $2. The Canadian Farm Workers Union held its founding convention on April 6, 1980, and Raj Chouhan was elected president. The legendary union leader Cesar Chavez, president of the United Farm Workers of America, attended the celebrations in Vancouver. Brother Chavez became a significant mentor of the CFU. Within months of forming, CFU Local 1 signed a historic first collective agreement at a cranberry farm. During the 1980s, the CFU became a prominent organizing force for farm workers in BC and Ontario, and in the face of violence and intimidation from some growers, the union forged ahead, and the CFU signed contracts across the agricultural industry representing mushroom, strawberry, and greenhouse workers. In several strikes, some led by Raj and others by CFU organizer Sarwin Bole, farm workers and their supporters maintained year-long picket lines and won first contracts. The union quickly grew to be about more than just organizing workers. It became the driving force for a broad human rights movement including multicultural, health, faith, legal, and arts groups that united with South Asian immigrants, migrant Quebecois, and other Canadian workers. CFU initiatives included English literacy classes in farm workers' homes. And the union embraced art, film, Bhangra dance, and theater to share its messages. Fighting against discrimination enshrined in Canadian law, the union improved the working and living conditions for farm workers, including laws limiting pesticide exposure. A new Democratic Party government came to power in BC in the early 1990s, and it soon extended health and safety regulations to agricultural workers, a change driven by the CFU and its allies. But in 2003, a new BC Liberal government rolled back many of the hard-won employment standards for farm workers, and this past decade has been marked by numerous tragic deaths, injuries, and increased exploitation of migrant and immigrant farm workers. Through the years, Raj Chouhan has always worked for equality. He was an early activist with the Indian People's Association of North America, and together with community organizer Sharon Gill, co-founded the BC Organization to Fight Racism. Raj has been Vice President of BC Human Rights Defenders since 2003. Raj also worked as Director of Bargaining for the Hospital Employees Union for 18 years and served on the Labor Relations Board of BC. In 2005, Raj Chouhan was elected as the provincial MLA for Burnaby Edmonds and re-elected in 2009. Raj serves as the official opposition critic for Labour in British Columbia. As well, Raj supports community programs for refugee assistance, childcare, and health programs for seniors. It's been a long road from the fields to the legislature, but Raj Chouhan's story of social justice activism is far from over.